groupie gang. How are we doing? We're doing good?
We're doing great.
Amazing. Alrighty, today we're going to be talking about Katy Perry. We're going to be talking about 143, her album. We did actually get it discounted, as we see here in front, from Urban Outfitters.
Shout out Urban Outfitters.
It was $40, and then it went down to $25, and then ultimately on a 40% off sale, we did get it for $15.
Quite a steal.
But quite a steal. So yes, we are going to be talking about that album, and we are going to be holding space for Katy Perry, if you know what I mean.
Up in space.
Up in space.
For 11 minutes.
A safe landing, allegedly. And before we get into that, let's talk about our bimbo of the week, which this week is Melissa Brooks.
Woo!
Yay!
I don't know who that is.
Yes, Jordan does not know who Melissa Brooks is, and Anna was just introduced to Melissa Brooks.
I was.
If you do not know, she is from the Aqua Dolls, a band that I personally have been listening to since high school. Yeah, I have a bunch of signed CDs from Melissa Brooks from when I was in high school, and it was she's just so sweet. And we went to Party 101 with Matt Bennett.
Yeah, we did.
Robbie Shapiro himself, Robberazzi. Anna and I went to that on this past weekend when we're filming this. So Anna, would you like to explain a little bit about what Party 101 was?
Boy, would I. I don't know if I didn't expect everything going into it, because I've been to theme nights, right? But it's not just a theme night. It's Robbie Shapiro, Matt Bennett, and he DJs music from early 2000s, 10s even, music from Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, a bunch of that era,
a great era, truly.
A truly great era. And it was crazy. He kept running through the crowd. Literally it was Tell Me Something I Don't Know by Selena Gomez featuring Matt Bennett sprinting up next to you and then just dancing in your face. And every time it threw me off. Every time I was hi. Why is he here? He was sweaty. He was running. He was sweaty.
He looked really sweaty.
He was tired. He was running.
Yeah. So just being in an audience and then Robbie Shapiro appearing directly in front of you is a gag. It really was a gag. Yeah. But yes, Miss Melissa Brooks opened up our bimbo of the week, and she actually has a song called Bimbo Nation. So it felt very fitting. She's very much techno DJ, Rebecca Black, realness, bimbo, the house down. And she is the sweetest ever. We went up to her and I told her my story about how much I've loved her band and just seen her.
And you have her on Snapchat.
I literally have her on Snapchat. So Melissa, answer me back. No, she told me she hasn't opened that app in years, but that was so funny.
Valid.
Yeah, because in my head, she is a huge superstar, and I had no clue going into this that she was going to be the opener for the night. So it was just dream come true, right place, right time. And I was so happy that I got to meet her, and we love you, Melissa Brooks.
I took really cute pictures of you guys.
Such cute pictures. We might have to post them on the Gabbin Groupies.
I think we might.
We just might. Yeah. So look out for those, you guys. So give it up for our bimbo of the week. Yay. Alrighty. Now, our Who's This Diva?
Who's this diva?
Who's this diva? Diva, diva. Who's this diva? It's Jordan. Take it away.
Momo Boyd, which I feel you should introduce her. You chose the song.
Sure. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. I kind of took over this week's episode. I had a lot of things that I'm excited about.
We love it, though.
But our Who's This Diva is Momo Boyd. She actually was recommended to me from our friend Lexi. I feel like we have definitely given her a lot of shout outs. But we love you, Lexi. Thank you so much.
Love you, Lex.
And her debut song, American Love Song, is what we're going to be talking about today. It's all that she has out right now, but it's very Americana, country leaning, indie, kind of
Lana-esque.
folky. Yeah, I saw some comments referring to her as Black Lana Del Rey. And I mean, that is all I need to hear.
That's a fun title, I wish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what did you think about the song, Jordan?
Personally, I loved this song. I have had it on repeat. I did research. I read an article. I love her.
She studied.
I did study. Well, because at first I was like, she looks familiar, and she's a part of another group with like her siblings.
Yeah.
And there was this song on TikTok like years ago, and it was like, I love the way it feels to be a hater. Which
that one?
yeah, that's
I didn't
See,
know
I
that.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
Like, I
Really?
think I might have been missing
it was one of those
out.
that was played so much that like now it's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was like a big like TikTok song. What was that? Maybe like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Around there, yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I really liked it, and I wrote a little spiel because I did dive in. But I like off of like reading the article and like reading comments and stuff, it was just like interesting because like Americana is a genre that's like filled with lots of white musicians, and it kind of touches on that while also taking it back. So like it comes from like genres like blues and country and rock, which come together to create Americana genre. But those are historically derived from like Black artists. So a lot of people, specifically women of color, are applauding the fact that she stayed true to the genre and starting to show more representation in a genre that normally they don't see representation in.
Right.
I love that.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
And
found
it's-
that really.
Yeah, and I mean, it's very similar to Beyonce.
Yeah, with Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, Cowboy
Yeah.
Carter. It's like we're
And
taking
Renaissance,
this and we're
taking it back.
reclaiming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even some Lizzo. Black people made rock and roll.
right.
True.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's
Lizzo's
just,
even pioneering the movement.
yeah. I really liked this song, and it's fun to see like a smaller artist doing that too.
Yeah, it is really cool.
And it's a really beautiful song.
It
like it really
is.
like you can really visualize like I just feel like I'm in a field, like on a picnic
She is.
blanket.
I watched the music
the
video
music
too.
video is also
It's
stunning.
also really
I
pretty.
recommend that.
I haven't watched. I didn't study like Jordan did.
I didn't mean to say it like, did you watch the music video?
Oh, maybe you should have watched the music video and you would have just
I didn't mean
already.
to
I'm
say it
going
like
to
that.
after this. I swear. But the song, it just like I'm glad it's in a field because that's where I pictured it. I was like, it's like a pretty sunset. I can see like a barn in the distance or like a cute like cottage. I really felt the vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
A gentle breeze.
And I really like the
Like-
way that it's like taking Americana and going so far in that it's like, oh, we're going to actually talk about like American values and like
Yeah, we are.
twist them and use them both from like the perspective of an ex-lover and like a current in the moment feeling. I don't know. I just highly recommend checking out Momo Boyd.
Definitely.
And is there anything else that we would have to say on this
I'm
beautiful
excited
song?
to see more.
Me
hear
too.
More. Like, I'm
Yeah, I was
excited.
sad that when I listened to it, that was it.
That was
Right.
it.
Like
That's
there
the
was
only
nothing
one.
else
Oh,
to go
yeah.
listen to.
But that means there's more to come.
There's more to come. And Momo, we are
We
rooting
can't
for
wait.
you. I also had a hamster named Momo, so I'm very partial.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Momo.
We love you, Momo.
Fly high.
We love you, Momo the hamster, and we are excited for you, Momo Boyd, the amazing singer-songwriter.
Love it.
Loves it. Alrighty, our back in the day sleigh.
Here we go.
Another
This is a
one,
good one.
another one that I kind of took upon myself.
But a
we
classic.
have a classic.
Yeah.
And we have mentioned this artist in conversation with our big topic of the day, which is Katy Perry.
True.
So we thought it would be fitting to choose a Kesha song.
Yes, it was.
And the song that I chose for us is my favorite Kesha song from her debut album. It's called Kiss and Tell. It is kind of more of a B-side, but to me, it's the best song ever made.
I've been hearing it in his car since I was like 15 years old.
And I feel like every time I show you, I'm like, have you ever heard this song?
Every
Because
time
it's
he's
the
like,
best
I
song
don't know
ever.
if you know this one. And I'm like, I know it from you. I do actually.
Yeah,
But it's good.
It was one that I definitely heard before, but it's not like one of my main Kesha tracks. But it's good. I do like it.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite memory with this song is we were at Mad Planet, which is like a bar near us that does like some really fun theme nights. And there was a Kesha one. And Brady heard this song. We were actively ordering at the bar, left the order, ran, and I just see him in the like dead center of the dance floor, right below the disco ball, jumping like 8 feet in the air. Like
I was
yelling,
donkey
8 feet on
kicking.
top of.
donkey kicking, like drop kicking divas everywhere. And it was so good. And I was like, do you want like your drink or
And the best part of that is that like nobody else around me
No one
cared
knew it.
about
Who
me, cared about the song.
No.
And I was just living my fantasy. And Kiss and Tell is one of my favorite songs, not even just by Kesha, not even of all time, but even in that specific era, which I feel like is such a great pocket of music.
It really
it's
is.
sleazy pop. You know, it's a little slut shamey, so I get it. Like if it's not for everyone, but that's for me.
It is for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a memory with that song that also is why it stands out as a really good track for me. When I was growing up, and I grew up with two brothers, you know, so one of my older brothers, I'm the youngest of three. So when one of my brothers had a girlfriend when he was in high school and I was in elementary school, his girlfriend would like drive around with me and play that album. And I remember Kiss and Tell being the one that we were like, oh, this is the one together. So it was cute. It was like
cute.
my little MySpace sister that I never had, but I had for a little bit was, was showing me Kesha in a car.
Perfect.
But yes, I mean, it's always free Kesha. So
Yeah.
Always free Kesha.
always free
I also
Kesha.
like, not to change the subject, but I'm like, it's also fun. We all have our own kiss and tells from this era that we immediately like thought of.
Right.
I
too.
literally thought when they were like, can we do Kiss and Tell? I was like, by Selena Gomez and The Scene.
See,
Yes.
and for me, it was Kiss and Tell by Justin Bieber. So we all have our own kiss and tells.
and like the fact that mine was by Kesha is like, oh, who's the who's the little sleazy boy of the group?
But what like a good name for like a track always.
Yeah.
I'll never be mad at a Kiss and Tell. Oh, it's so good. I just like have that image of Selena Gomez in The Scene with like the rhinestone lip gloss. Or
Yes.
lipstick, like in a heart shape on her lips.
Is it a song or is it just the album title?
It's a song and an album title.
Okay.
It's
See,
like
when-
Kiss and Tell everything I did.
When I think
know
of
what
the
I'm talking
Justin Bieber one, I think of this video. It was a fan video, but I watched it so many times over and over again. These girls in black and white did the like sign thing where you hold up all the lyrics.
Oh.
It was one of those. And I watched it so many times over and over, but that's I think Kiss and Tell might have also been a B-side, or maybe it was on the album, but
But also those lyric videos that are like just the one picture of the artist on the screen and then they go through and it's like the Arial font. Like when we were diving deep into Katy Perry earlier this week, I was showing Jordan some of my favorite highs and lows. We got a lot of those.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of fan edits from different music videos. And I feel like that's just a lost art form.
It really is. When you used to look up like a song on YouTube, that was what you got.
Yeah.
Like you didn't
Above
know-
the Vivo.
above the Vivo, it was like a fan made like picture of the artist with Arial font on it. And I miss those.
I miss that day. Like
I feel like
should start
Brat
making
is
them.
kind of like an ode to that era in a
right.
way.
Well,
But,
and I feel like Addison Rae is really bringing that era
yeah,
back.
she is. She made that sign video, didn't she? And I loved it.
I don't think she did. She reposted it, but it was a
Oh.
different TikTok creator.
I loved it. With like a Diamond Co t-shirt. I was like, that is so good.
I think we just need to come back to like Zoomies era. Like I need my I Heart Boobies bracelet. I need my
Please.
Domo hat. We need the I really do want to get a mustache tattoo in my hand.
I told him to do it.
Everyone keeps telling me, well, it's very split. It's 50-50. People are like, you're going to regret it. And other half is like, it's the
You can
devil
get
and
it
angel.
lasered off, whatever.
I don't think I ever would. Drop in the comments below if you think I should get a mustache tattooed on
And
my
he could
finger.
go like this.
I think it's very Addison Rae. It's very Brat. It's very
it's funny.
2025. What are your thoughts, Jordan?
do what you want to do.
Do what you want with my butt. Oh, R. Kelly was on that song.
I think he should get the tattoo.
What is up with us being accidentally problematic? I mean, we're talking about Katy Perry.
So we're gonna get into
Don't
it.
even have to finish that word. And
Yeah.
okay.
Should we get
Well,
into Katy Perry?
Yeah, I think it's the elephant in the room. I think we've had some nerves. I think we're feeling a little jittery to get to Katy Perry.
I think it's hard because like her highs, they're real high. Like they are like cult classic, like top of the line, like best of the best. And then her lows are like subterranean.
Journey to the center of the earth, mama.
Earth,
Inner
like
crust.
went through like the Earth's crust down to a different planet. Like not good.
Different planet, space.
Again, we're back to the space.
Okay, maybe we should just start with the space.
Right.
I think not to get political on the Gabbin Groupies and like get to into it. But I just think for years to come, this is gonna be. Remember when Katy Perry went to space?
For like 11 minutes.
But it's just gonna be that. Remember Katy Perry? Like there was six other women,
people, yeah.
or 5 other women, and when it comes down to it, it was really like Jeff Bezos. And like, why aren't we all attacking this like multi-billion-dollar man?
Can I throw in a question?
Yeah.
Have you seen these things questioning if they went to space?
I have. I really have.
My favorite video is the AI one of her getting sucked.
It is really funny.
It's
like,
just so funny.
I
not even in like a mean way. Like that's if it was anybody.
if it was anybody, it's like comically.
It's like an AI video of her like showing the daisy, and then she gets like.
like the sound effects. Okay, it would be funny if it was anyone. It would really be funny if it was anyone. Because honestly,
and it wasn't real, so I can laugh.
right. And honestly, right now, I feel like I could get actually like stoned and like burned at the stake for saying this. But I like Katy Perry, and like
I like some of Katy Perry's albums.
I root for her. I do.
I
think that
try.
people. I think that
try.
people can make mistakes and learn from it.
Did you guys see Trace Cyrus keeps posting about
How she's copying?
She's copying Miley.
Miley.
And like no other Cyrus is making a single comment
How
about it.
Jay's
But
on my feet rhymes with Bon Appetit.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw
But
that
like
one.
honestly, she did copy Miley Cyrus's haircut.
She
Like
did.
And then like into like the swish of it all. You're gonna tell me that wasn't at all inspired by like bangers.
yeah, swish swish. I mean, it was. I mean, if we're getting into swish swish,
Okay.
it is a high.
Please.
In my opinion,
Christine Sudoku.
right? I like the song is campy. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm not
when we
hating on the
saw we
song.
did see Katy in
Yeah.
Vegas.
And it was amazing.
Amazing. And
So
when she
fun.
performed,
Shania Twain walked right in front of us.
yeah, I'm like, let's just get right into Shania real quick, and then we'll put a pin in
we
this.
like basically we had tickets, but like the thing is in Vegas, if you're like going to a show and you're like dressed well and maybe the show didn't sell out super well, they push people forward, so at least like the front looks.
We were there on like a Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't sold out.
Yeah, in like off season, like February, I think.
Yeah.
So it wasn't empty by any means, but there were definitely like some pockets where tickets didn't sell, and we weren't far away to begin with. We were supposed to be like what, like 10th row or something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we got boosted to like the 5th. Like we were like all the way up there, maybe even closer. I can't remember. But yeah, we're sitting there and we're like, look at us taking pictures, like just admiring the set of it all, because it was a really like intricate, intense, like beautiful, insane set. Very campy. Loved it. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure most of you have. But and then all of a sudden we just see someone walking in with like 6 security guards, big floppy
like
hat,
huge hat,
huge,
like Kyle
scary
Richards
movie level hat.
Every
Like,
time she walked by, it got
it got
bigger.
bigger. And like sunglasses, and it's like at night, like, and so we were like, who's that? And I literally
We like waved at her.
I pointed and went, that must be someone important. And they like turned, because I was like, they have so many security guards. And I was like, whatever. And she turned and looked and like was like, huh, like kind of laughed at us. And we were like, I wonder who that is. And then we saw after the show it was Shania Twain.
It was Shania Twain. We missed our chance.
We
That
could've
do
totally been
impress
like,
me
Shania!
much. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if we had a picture of Shania Twain? Unfortunately, the floppy hat hid her identity too well. Too well.
It did what it was supposed to do.
It so did what it was supposed
Somebody
to do.
important.
But yeah, that show was fantastic. Had so much fun at it. Like, it was such a like.
Katy waved to us during last Friday night when she was on top of this big bubble bath.
Which is that's another career high. That is one of my all-time favorite songs and music videos. Whenever we have our music video nights, I'm always like, put TGIF on now. I want to see Kenny G. I want to see Artie and Blaine.
And
from
Rebecca
Glee,
Black.
And Rebecca Black.
Who's opening for her on her tour coming
the
up.
only reason
Yeah.
I would go, I fear.
See, I'm gonna go.
Okay. I don't think I've seen her any other time. Have you?
No, I've only seen her in
You never
Vegas.
caught her on her Warped Tour days?
See, one time somebody did my makeup for a photo shoot, and it was the person who did Katy Perry's Warped Tour makeup.
That's amazing.
And I'm with her. I'm part. What is it on LinkedIn? Connected.
Mutuals, connected.
Just like I am with the Real Housewives of New Jersey star.
Who's it? Which one? Oh, which
Danielle.
one?
Danielle.
Which
prostitution.
like if you know Real Housewives of New Jersey, you know how insane that is that they're like connected on LinkedIn.
We're connected. That's my LinkedIn connection.
How does she have a LinkedIn?
I don't know.
Anybody can make a
She's
LinkedIn.
like, someone ripped my hair out. You know, like,
Yeah.
I love the Real Housewives. Oh, it's just been really good recently.
Yes, but
anyway.
going back to the swish, the pin that I put in before, I remember.
Right.
Forgot about that pen.
Live, it was a very, very fun song. They brought up people from the audience
Yeah.
and these really amazing kind of like Vogue
Yeah. It was
dancers.
supposed to be a little like ballroom moment.
Yeah, it was a little ballroom moment and it was super cute. And I have been a fan of the song Swish Swish in like an ironic way, you know? And I'm also a Swiftie and it's obviously a Taylor Swift diss track, but
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj really did good on that song. Nicki
That
Minaj.
is a good one.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's
Slide is
stayed
on
around.
deck.
Don't be trying to double back.
I already despise you.
Like
Yeah.
that's a classic.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also just have to bring up a funny moment I had this past weekend. On Easter, we were at brunch talking about Katy Perry, and my grandpa, of all people, goes, the only thing I know about Katy Perry is that SNL performance with the backpack kit.
not even like Left Shark. Like,
Yeah, right.
backpack kid.
No, like of all things of
crazy.
all of Katy Perry, all my grandpa knows is her SNL performance.
I mean, it stands out.
It
It,
is,
really
but-
does.
Shout out Grandpa.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal's.
Oh my
Anna, get into it. If we're talking Swish Swish, we're talking about the controversy that is the Swish Swish music video.
That music video, the way that like Nicki Minaj is so like AI'd in. Like,
Yeah, it's a
like,
green screen,
it
babe.
is green screen. She was in a different like continent.
Yeah.
Like, she
It should have
wasn't
been like
even-
that Madonna music video and they just wheel the Miley Cyrus like TV in.
Like that would have been good. But they really tried to make it seem like she was there. She wasn't. We know she wasn't, and that's okay.
wasn't.
But that part of it is hilarious. And then the people that they had, the nicknames they gave them, just like other
Gatton from Stranger Things
Yeah.
was in it.
like she picked the most insane group of people, including Christine Sidelko, which like if you are like chronically online like for years, then you know Christine
Or a
Sidelko.
BuzzFeed millennial, you
Right,
know.
that
Merry
one.
Christmas.
A Merry Christmas,
Merry
Happy
Chrysler.
Chrysler. That one meme of her
Hearing
on the
Jordan
roller
do it.
coaster.
Merry Chrysler.
No, wait, you guys know the one meme of her on the roller coaster and she like looks like the ride and it's like a caterpillar.
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
like, she like looks exactly like it. That one. She also like she used to live with Elijah and Chris Clemens, right?
I think
so.
She was connected with Chris Clemens, who I still
I
really
forgot
like.
about Elijah.
I know. Where'd he go?
I think there was a reason.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I still watch Chris Clemens to this day.
I
not
like
even
Chris
gonna lie.
Clemens.
Love
Clemens.
Chris
Well, and
Clemens.
he's friends with Andrew
Wow.
Lau, and
they
Andrew
used to live
Lau's
together. They were roommates for like
Yes,
years.
and-
After Christine, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andrew Lau's moms live in Wisconsin. They live
Yeah.
up north, and one of the moms came through my line at Trader Joe's, and I recognized her,
I
and I
remember
gave
that
her a
day.
hug.
I need to go
like-
look up what Andrew Lau's moms come like in case they come through my line. At
I
Trader Joe's.
know, and I think she tried to FaceTime him, but he didn't answer. And this was right after. Oh, sorry. Let me put on my chapstick.
You're not. I don't know if you're showing it.
Oh, sorry. Let me put on my chapstick for all of our.
What does it taste like, braid?
It tastes like cherry chapstick. For all of my audio listeners, this is my cherry Katy Perry chapstick with featured in "I Kissed a Girl."
Where'd you get it, braid?
Oh, I got it at her Vegas show. Sorry,
Katy
let me
Perry play.
continue. This was right after they were in the background of the paparazzi pictures. Was it Hailey Bieber? Was it Kylie Jenner?
think
Do you remember
so.
this? And it was
Yeah.
so funny because you like zoomed in the back and they were just like sitting
I feel
with
like
their
any
coffees.
zoomed in picture of Andrew Lau is just gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, it was really good.
That is so funny. But yeah, this.
I'm
this,
sad my bit didn't go well. I'm kind of flopping today, you guys.
You're not. You're never a flop.
I'm being a bad host for the Gabbin Groupies.
Never.
We'll just get good clips out of it later.
Yeah.
So many good clips. There's going to be a lot of BTS.
Right.
And not the K-pop
Not
group.
smooth like butter.
Do they have a song that says that?
Yeah, smooth like butter.
That's what it said.
Yeah.
What did you think it said? Wait, is this one of these? What did you think it said, Anna?
I don't know. I didn't think it was that. I'm going to start crying. I didn't think it was smooth like butter. What's the song called?
Butter.
All right.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
What were we talking about before BTS?
Andrew Lau and Chris Clemens.
Oh, the Swish Swish music
Christine
video.
Zabelko.
Basically, they did it.
Iconic and also a mess. But it's,
Yeah.
it's iconic because it's a mess. I love it. I'm crying still from
You're
butter.
dying of heat stroke. Ooh, okay.
Anyway, we need to get back to it. That's what it said. I never picked up on that's what it was.
Yeah, smooth like butter. So, any other favorite highs or lows of Katy
I
Perry?
already talked about TGIF with Kenny G specifically, and Rebecca Black, of course. There were other famous people, but Kenny G is just perfect. What else?
I do have some lows.
Okay.
Which
So what are the lows
I
with your paperclip?
are in these.
Please.
I brought some visuals for us today, but we'll just
describe them for the audio listeners.
Right. And so I was just doing some research because I don't really like care about Katy Perry one way or the other.
Hey. No.
So I was just looking through her Spotify and I found a collection of what I found to be awful
Well, we knew that one was bad.
album covers
The
or
Smile
song
one,
covers.
Where she
So,
looks like a clown.
Yeah, we've got Smile. Yeah, she looks like a clown. Camp Katy, which I don't really know what's happening. I just feel like in all of these, she might have sat down with her intern and gave them Canva Pro and said, "Go for it." Like
right.
that's
The
kind of what
fonts
I.
are a little wild. We're seeing All You Need Is Love, where she has
4 of them are also the exact same, like, front-facing photo of her with just, like, text over the middle.
Yeah.
right. We're seeing All You Need Is Love, which is like a head facing down on Katy. She's wearing a hipster circa 2012 beanie with an acoustic guitar, which I'm
And
sure
a
she was
turtleneck
not
with a
playing.
cardigan.
Right. All of these are a little
I
bit.
heard this one's from like a Pokemon movie.
Yeah, the Electric Katy Perry single.
That's an interesting one.
She's wearing kind of like a cable knit sweater. This is
like
her
the
blonde
fall
era.
colors. It's like orange and like maroonish.
I honestly like her blonde, but that picture is just...
I prefer her with dark hair. I think it's more her.
The long blonde is fine. I didn't like the short blonde because, again, just stole it from Miley Cyrus. And I like the natural dark brown.
Right.
Or black, I mean.
All of these photos are kind of gearing up for when she released Smile, which I thought never really over.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is a
I do like
fantastic
the
song.
change of the rhythm on that one, too.
No, that's
Oh,
Witness.
Okay.
And then
I was like, I forgot.
no. And then also Harley's in Hawaii.
You did like that one a lot.
Those were all songs that were gearing up for this album, and then it just didn't really hit the mark.
At
there
least
for
with
me.
this one, we started on a bad note.
Yeah, with 143, starting with Women's World, Anna said earlier the only win was getting Trisha Paytas in the music video. The
For
whole,
the
album.
That was the one win.
Right.
I do like, I think her bod looks like amazing in all of it, but I'm just like, what else though?
I mean, I think really when it came out that she was working with Dr. Luke, it was just...
And then it was bad too. It was bad and it was with like a horrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing about Katy Perry, I always like to kind of put a positive light on it. That's why I do think that people can grow and change. Hopefully she can realize, hopefully going to space will bring her down to earth. Y'all clock that?
Yeah, we did.
And I hope
Clock
that
it.
she can realize we don't need to work with these bad people. We can go back to, I mean, Thinking of You is going viral on TikTok.
I was
I
going to bring
go
that
back
up
to her
actually.
I think this is going to be a turning point for her because you have both known I have been like the #1 truther for a Katy Perry renaissance. I think
she was getting there with Play.
She was
Like,
getting
she
there.
was really getting there.
She was so close. When I'm gone, I showed you guys both
That's
that
a really
song.
good one. I like that one a lot.
I just feel as a creative, someone working in
Mm-hmm.
the entertainment field, it's like you always want to top your last thing. And I understand that people can't always do it. But I think with the right people in her corner, she could do it. And I think she could, she had this last nail in her coffin with the space expedition. Things were going really bad. But I think hopefully we're able to turn it around. And
I guess when I say call it quits, like I'm not saying she should have quit. Like I'm not saying she should have given up, but I'm saying maybe
fighting for attention.
Maybe thought a little bit more before she released the things she released after that.
Right.
I think she was just so like on top of the world after like the Super Bowl performance, like the whole like Teenage Dream album. That whole album is crazy. I mean, if you think about like the music videos, all of them like burned into my brain. The songs are like hit after hit after hit after hit.
She was the only Super Bowl. I think you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she is one of the only Super Bowls that every song that she performed was #1 on the Billboard charts.
Like, that's a crazy accomplishment in itself. Like, just to have that many #1s. Like, I just think that she kept trying to outdo that, like you said, and it like got bigger, but not more successful.
Right.
Or good. It got bigger, not
It
better.
was an all publicity is good publicity type.
It got bigger, not better, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if she had one little Gen Z person on her team
Yeah.
whispering in her ear,
Not so many millennials.
yeah, that's what this
Get a twink on
was
her
kind
team
of
pronto.
right pandering to. The Doechii song, it's fun. I don't know if you guys have heard it.
I don't even know if I've heard it, to be
it's
honest.
kind of
I have.
fun. It's a
Yeah?
little boppy.
I guess I have heard that one.
Right. Kim Petras is on it. But, have you guys, speaking of Dr. Luke, have you guys been seeing all of the drama with Kim Petras?
What's the
Like
new
I knew
song
there
called?
was
Bozo?
drama, but
Yeah, allegedly there's a song called Bozo that's about Dr. Luke
like,
because she's
hope
breaking.
so.
Allegedly.
They don't follow each other anymore.
all alleged that Kim Petras is finally taking
is
off the relationship.
Katy
with,
Perry like the only one left with him, or are there other?
I'm
people?
sure there's more.
I saw
And you
something
know-
that was Kelly Clarkson with him, or was
Probably
it
back in
Carrie
the day.
Underwood? And I saw her talking about why she doesn't.
But there's a lot going on behind in the industry too, where there's like
Contracts
contracts where people. I
and,
think
like-
Doja Cat was one of those people where she
Yeah.
contractually is obligated to work with him,
Right.
and for that reason, it's like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, and that's what Kesha was trying to get out of too. I think that's maybe when it came down to it, that's what was the agreement, that she could break that contract, and now she has her own label.
Yeah.
Which she's releasing music off of,
really
like
excited for the
Love,
new
Joyride. I love Yippee
Yippee-ki-yay,
Ki-yay.
T-Pain.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a very rough situation, and I'm sure people weren't expecting to come in to see a Katy Perry podcast where we're giving her the benefit of the doubt. But
We're trying.
I think in this climate that we're living in too, it's like some people are on your side in like the bigger picture, and you don't gotta like. It's just sometimes the bullying online. It's like, imagine being her. You know what I mean? Do you guys ever think that way? Like when you see these celebrities getting
I definitely do
completely-
like an imagine being her, but then I think I also have like the same sense of like, even if she's not that like aware or like grounded,
Someone on her
nobody on her
team.
team.
Yeah, right.
Someone on
Nobody
her team.
stopped Women's World. Okay, that I will say. That I will come out and be mean. Nobody on her team stopped and said, hey, maybe let's not make this 2016 Hillary Clinton campaign reject track. Right? Like,
That was definitely like Hillary Clinton's walkout song.
yes. Like, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not the woman here. But I think we're at the point where we know women are
To a
better.
point.
We know women are better. And, like, I feel like
I don't
the
know
people.
if it's everybody, but that
But it's
song
the
was
people-
not getting it anywhere for us.
It's the people, like, who's listening to a Katy Perry song? People who already know that women are better. We don't need to hear this.
I don't know anyone listening to that song. Sorry. I know a
Okay.
lot of people listening to Teenage Dream. Like,
Great track. Okay.
great track.
now that we got all into that, did I get canceled at any point during that?
I hope I didn't.
Did we get canceled? I guess you guys just let us know.
This is the canceled pod. Please don't let it
Please
happen
don't.
in episode 3.
But now let's talk more. Now that we got all of the heavy hitting conversations out of the way, let's talk about "Circle the Drain" by Katy Perry, because that is my favorite Katy Perry song. And are we aware? We know what "Circle the Drain" is. For our listeners that may not know, it is on Teenage Dream, and it's the song about Russell Brand, who divorced her via text.
Did he just get arrested?
I think he also got
go to prison.
No, I think he's also involved in some.
Yeah, I knew about that. But isn't he like in prison now because of it?
This was like last week. I don't know. But
finally,
but that song,
he is such a creep.
Yeah, that song is about him, and he broke up with her via text like right before she had to go out on stage.
I remember seeing that clip from the documentary, and the fact that was also during like her most successful point of her career.
Yeah,
I can't. That part, I remember when it came out and I saw it in theaters. Chills.
I saw it in that
Full
fan
body.
lyric music video.
Yeah, I showed her a fan. Circling back from the beginning of the pod. But yes, I just really love that song. And again, it's kind of more of like an angry Katy. It's a letting us into her real life, where this is kind of not doing that, point blank period.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, again, talking about ways that she can pivot, going to Thinking of You, going to Circle the Drain, going to Ghost, which is another one of my favorite Katy Perry songs that is from Prism. These are all different albums, but she has that same soul and heart in it.
Didn't she start with like gospel music?
Yeah, she was a Christian artist.
I'm not saying she needs to go back to like that per se, but like maybe we can get like a little deeper. Find like some more meaning. Maybe like Seeing Earth really did that for her.
Yeah.
She also could have Google Earthed it. Just saying.
I see this happening. I see this being a turning point. I see this being a way that Katy Perry can make a renaissance, can come back.
I think like a hiatus could do good.
Yeah.
Jordan just doesn't want to hear
No,
from her.
I think of a long hiatus, living her life, and just like not hearing the ridicule would be really good for her.
Well, and I don't want to seem like a hater. I feel like I also am just like, a hiatus could be good because it could be, I like all the old Katy Perry stuff, and not that she has to go back to that, but obviously she has the potential to do something.
I also think her team needs an overhaul.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. No, I don't know anyone on that team, but I'm just saying, like, y'all gotta be able to speak up to her. Because whoever's pushing for whatever she put out, it's not reading well. You know?
Right.
I just don't think it's reaching the same audience that she thinks she's reaching. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I want it for her.
I want it for her too. And I think another thing, just on this topic of conversation, I feel like we should be allowed to like people and still see the faults in it.
Yeah.
And say, look, like, I love these past albums that you've released, but here are ways that like you can improve as a person and as an artist. And I think that's what we want to do on the Gabbin Groupies, because we want to see everyone win, right? We're not negative people. Looking straight into the camera.
I'm not a negative person.
Right.
We're not negative people, but I don't know if I want to see everyone win. And I'm not talking about Katy. I just mean in general.
Right.
I do want Katy to win. I want good Katy Perry music back badly.
There are some people that I like. I could care less if they won or not.
Right.
That part.
Morgan Wallen.
And maybe would prefer if they didn't.
Can we talk about Morgan Wallen collaborating with Tate
please.
McRae?
Did you guys wait?
Off topic, but we're going.
No,
No, we're
really?
going there. I think that Katy
you-
Perry has been walking on eggshells, and I'm done with that.
Did you see that she scrapped a Tyla duet and it's incredible? I just bonked it again. It's been leaked and it is like honestly one of the best songs from that whole album, and she scrapped it allegedly to do this Morgan Wallen collab.
That's
the
not.
worst. That's the worst part of it.
Oh, that's not.
Not even that he's like a horrible person and like why is he the collab when she's doing like early 2000s R&B pop like sound, but like the fact that she scrapped a Tyla duet and it's so good. I don't care if it got leaked. Put it out. It's so good. We need to listen to it later. I was showing Beck the other day because she was like, yeah, what's with that collab? And I was like, that's not even the worst part, you guys. Like, oh, I'm so upset about it because that song is so good. I need to show you later. I can't remember what it's called or anything, but it was leaked and it is so good.
Do we think it's her or do we think it's her team telling her she has to do it?
It's gotta be her team.
Right, that's the thing with all of these
doesn't
people
read
getting
well for
canceled
her.
and stuff. It's like I feel part of me feels bad where it's like, what if they don't have any control over this and they're just like a puppet
feedback
also,
and
like,
she's not
saying
saying anything?
But what if she's not allowed to?
I feel like part of me
Yeah.
wants to think it's her team, but then also at the same time, like I saw someone and they were talking about like, yeah, I'm from the same area of Canada, and everybody's like, oh, but she's from Canada, and they're like, but
Canada
yeah,
has
but
a
where
lot of
she's from in
country
Canada, like
fans.
that makes sense that she would want to collab with him. So like maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like where I don't know where in Canada she's from, but apparently the specific area, it's like that's not a shocker.
Ugh, it's so negative.
Like
That's
Calgary?
I don't
Doesn't she
know.
have a song called that?
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. But
It's sad.
I'm disappointed. I like keeping like maybe it'll be good.
I'm not gonna
It's-
listen.
It's like when
I'm gonna listen at least
I'm not.
once. I'm gonna at least
I'm not
once to
going
hear
to.
it.
I'm not.
Maybe, like, on
Morgan
TikTok.
Wallen is not tainting my Spotify.
Maybe on TikTok, so I don't like get the Spotify.
It's
listen.
like when Chloe Bailey collaborated with Chris Brown. It's like, oh, okay.
Any Chris Brown collab, I'm always like, why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Why do I do that? Yeah, Pink. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? Why do I do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, pretty please.
Love Pink.
Love Pink.
Love Pink.
Pink.
If you're a listener, you know that story.
You know that story.
Bringing it back to Addison Rae, bringing it back to Love.
Right,
Pink.
Addison Rae, her album is getting announced because by the time this is out, it will be announced already because it's supposed to be announcing tomorrow.
All I want to know. All
I
I want to
also
say
love
is
Headphones On, the music video, like visually perfect. Sorry I interrupted you again, but like that song.
Love the pink hair.
I'm just gonna apply to win that little pink sparkly phone.
I did too. I
I
did.
keep seeing that everywhere.
I'm like, okay, so when do I win it?
Right.
I would like it. I feel like the whole album's gonna be on there.
Ooh,
That's my theory.
That's
she's
fun.
she's gonna send the iPod out, and it's gonna have the whole album and like the music videos. Because that kind of iPod could have music videos.
Like
I'm
how
pretty sure.
Dua handed the fan the choice
The
of
USB.
Right.
But like an iPod like Nano is so much better.
Yeah, that's
Like,
really
Yeah.
cool.
An iPod Nano.
Well, I think you kind of would
Sparkly.
have to do a whole like iPod if it's like the whole album.
Yeah.
Like the one was just the song. So
Yeah.
USB
Well,
was,
you could fit-
suffice.
You could fit a flash drive on the
I guess
whole album.
you could have
Yeah.
big flash drives.
But
It's more fun.
There's like 180 gigabytes.
Yeah.
an iPod.
I just don't think of
pink
of
iPod Nano.
Flash drives past like fifth
Perfect.
grade.
That's true. Why
When
was
you
there
had to bring them
always
to
a flash
school
drive
to-
on the school list?
Yeah.
I remember the first time that I was like, "What's a flash drive? Why do we have to bring that?"
I have a flash drive that plugs into my phone and I can put like concert videos on it. It's really nice actually.
Oh, I
So
want
I
one of
think about
those.
flash drives a lot.
I want one of those.
I'm very excited for the new Lord project as well.
So excited. I like the clips keep getting me like more and more excited. I'm like, okay, so put it out.
People think that
So
the album is
soon?
going to be called Spit,
Oh,
which is kind of interesting.
does she keep spitting?
Well, there was like something of her spitting off of a balcony, and then I guess like the cover photo for the single has some drippage going
definitely
on.
thought
was
that
like
was just
a face
water.
wash.
Well, I
That's
don't know.
That's why in the TikTok she was washing her face.
Yeah.
She posted.
I don't know. I've just been seeing that people are saying it's going to be called Spit.
That's interesting.
I kind of like it.
would-
It's kind of naughty.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Guts came out. Like that was like,
Yeah,
you know,
rough.
yeah, spit, guts. Like I like it.
Puking.
Barfing, toot. Did you guys ever read that book with the small pigs called Toot and Puddle?
No.
No. Okay, never mind.
No, get into it.
It's just like a children's book about these two pigs named Toot and Puddle, and it's like
That's
cute.
kind of us.
Yeah. Who's Toot? Who's Puddle?
I don't know. Is there a third?
I don't think so.
Oinkster, maybe?
Toot, Puddle, and Oinkster?
Who's the piggy of the group?
What? What did that spark?
I had something, nothing.
About
but
pigs?
wait, I want to finish this conversation. I'm sorry.
No,
it's okay. There was
It's just-
nothing
there was
left.
It's
no
just-
conversation.
We were spiraling.
I know we were spiraling, and I wanted to go back. I'm sorry. I know we said we were done with Katy Perry.
Okay.
Where did this Dear Evan Hansen cover come from? And
The
when did
deluxe
that,
album. The
there-
deluxe soundtrack.
Was it like a Hamilton situation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how
Okay.
Kelly Clarkson did It's Quiet Uptown.
Right.
It was like, let's
Yeah.
get Katy Perry for waving through a window.
like that's crazy.
Clip that, mama.
She did not wave
Let's
through the window
get
of that rocket
You
ship.
know
no.
who we need? Katy Perry waving through the
Right.
window.
You don't think she waved through that window?
She was waving in the camera.
Oh,
the
right.
entire
She was
time.
busy. She was busy with her butterfly. Okay, but have you guys been seeing the conspiracy theory that it was something with the door? Have you been
Yes,
seeing the
yes,
door?
yes,
let's,
I have.
Let's get into that.
Wait,
Okay.
what door?
Yes. Okay.
Of the-
So the rocket ship. Sorry, I
That's
got
okay.
excited
Oh,
about
this is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So doors on rocket ships apparently open outwards, which makes sense to me because if you go up there, the door is gonna cave in because of the pressure. But their door,
STEM, women in STEM.
Okay, STEM.
yeah. And so their door opened inwards. But then also once they landed, they go ahead and they open the door, and then someone comes up and is like, no, 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 and they close the door back. And then like a few minutes later, Jeff Bezos walks up and pretends to like crank it open with some like I don't
Meanwhile,
even know.
Gayle King already speaking out.
Right.
She's like, get me
like,
out.
like they had already opened the door and he takes this like lever and pretends to crank the door open.
Yeah.
And so
crazy.
that's a little
My favorite clip of that whole thing was just every time they dropped and they were like,
yeah, I clipped
it's
it.
gonna
It was
be
like
a
the
very
soft,
smooth.
I'll insert my video. soft landing. Dude. Biggest puff of smoke ever.
dude, they were like holding on to each other. They were like, please.
Something that I did love, and me and my mom have been saying it over and over. When Katie's up in the space, she goes, "Oh my goddess."
I did not see that.
Oh
see
my
that.
goddess. And that is like the most millennial thing I've ever heard in my life, but I live.
Please.
I live.
I know some millennials that would start saying that.
Yeah,
I
we know a
fear.
few. This is not. Are we millennial haters? I was gonna say this is not a millennial hating podcast.
Not
But
all millennials.
Not all. We love Sophia Nygaard mixing together all of my lip gloss shades.
We love her. Who were
It's
we
not that-
referencing? And they were like, who do we say that to? And they were like, what are you talking about?
I love Sophia Nygaard.
Love
I'm
her.
Disney pounding with Tyler.
I hope they stay together forever.
Me too. That's my OTP. Like I ship them till the day I die.
Her like bat like wedding dress.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, and also like it's not like we're millennial haters. They just have lots of traits that are easy to pick on.
Right.
sometimes.
Like Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Easy to pick on.
Or like the little kids who say like, I don't even want to say like Rizzler and stuff.
Rizzler.
Skippy toilet.
Then you'll have it for your AI tool in the future to use it. Rizzler. Skibbity toilet.
I don't want it for my AI tool. I don't think my AI tool would ever say that in any AI universe. Talking a lot about AI recently.
I know.
Scary.
I'm getting
No,
scared.
Don't like it. No, I don't like it.
I don't
They
like
also
it
weren't
either.
wearing spacesuits.
Right.
They also weren't wearing spacesuits. They
Well, I
were wearing
think
their
you
like
only need-
designer ones.
I think you only need that if you're like going out.
But I saw that like astronauts still wear them in case there's a problem with like depressurization.
Okay,
They
my
had
other
one
thing
day of training.
is
Right, I
what do you
just-
guys think? They keep saying if it was men going up here, they wouldn't be calling it a ride. What do you guys think about that?
Didn't they call it an expedition?
Well, yeah, but like news sources are being like they took a ride up there.
Well, yeah, because it was like the same length as like a ride.
It was like a roller
If
coaster.
anybody went up like that and came down in 10 minutes, I would call
Which
it a
people
ride.
have been,
It's
and
like a
they
Six
have been
Flags.
roasting it. It's just that this
This
was
is
like
the Raging Bull.
they
This
like
is the Goliath.
they really pushed this one on us.
This
They've
is like a
been
Phineas
doing
and Ferb episode. Like,
Yeah.
It's for real. A Phineas
Mom,
and Ferb.
Katy Perry went to space again.
No,
like Phineas and Ferb did this in 30 minutes.
There's 104 days.
Phineas and Ferb did this during their mom's work shifts. Like,
and nobody ever found out.
No.
Can you imagine?
Buford.
Baljeet.
Isabella.
I was gonna say Isabella.
Izzy's got the frizzies. Izzy.
You're busted.
Squirrels in my pants.
S-I-M-P. Squirrels in my pants.
That's a good one.
What's your guys' favorite Disney Channel original movie?
Original movie?
Let It Shine.
That's a good one. What's yours?
Lemonade Mouth.
I would have to say High School Musical.
Which one?
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, good. I was about to fight if you didn't say the second.
I was gonna say maybe first just because it was like the first one, but like the second is the best one. But I am an avid fan of the third. Not more than the second, but I love the third one.
See,
I think. Oh.
the third one I just
Back.
hadn't watched. At the time, I thought I was too cool to watch it,
It
and then it
also-
was too long, and then I was like late in
It
middle
also
school.
just felt a little disingenuous because it's like, why do you have to take this to the movie theater?
Yeah, like let's
Let me watch it at home.
with our roots.
Did you feel that way about the Hannah Montana movie?
I watched that on.
Are you
I
guys
watched
kidding?
that
We
on
went to.
I
Disney
do think I
Channel.
went to the music, but that's not like the third out of like movie series. Like
Right.
that one just like it.
It
ended
was
up
the
there.
movie.
You
Right.
guys, for High School Musical 3 and for Hannah Montana, my dad took me and my friends to like the fancy movie theater where you had to get the VIP seats, which like weren't a big thing at the time. And they had the tables like in between. Like there was like a wing, like a balcony. And you got to go in there. And then they'd bring you like these huge pizzas. And we had it up. And you have this like whole like box basically at the movie theater. So me and my friends were like, woo! Like at the High School Musical movie, at the Hannah Montana movie. It was awesome. I remember seeing that in like when they do that at the beginning of High School Musical 3 when like the lights are like exploding and then it's like Troy Bolton's sweat. I literally at like I don't know how old I was, like 11. I was like,
Scream and the Boys Are Back though. Those songs.
So the scream, like
What's the song they sing before prom?
The Night of Nights
Yes,
Tonight.
because I remember that clear as
dance
day. Like
sequence, I
every
was
time I
like-
went to prom.
I remember they made like a behind the scenes video about like their costumes for that one, and I was obsessed with it. I watched it all the time. I really liked that one, but the second one is the best one. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah,
I
I,
really
feel
got
like
on a
Let It
tangent.
Shine is just the one I go back to the most.
More than a like, more than a love.
Crush.
Yeah.
Oh, we were singing
Coco
different parts.
Jones, Chloe,
Coco
Halle
Jones.
Bailey.
And you would do it too for a check.
I was an employee.
And I
I
was
was
going to
gonna
get Employee
pay.
of the Month. That's on period.
Period.
Yeah, Lemonade Mouth's my favorite.
All of these are good choices.
Yeah, Bridget Mendler, loved her career.
Naomi Scott too.
Yeah. But Bridget Mendler, I did love her music career after Disney. She had just like a little EP, and there's a song called Atlantis on there that is actually one of my favorite songs of all time. So I just like am recommending all of the Groupie Gang to listen to that.
You
I
played
love
it like recently. I
Yeah, I really love Bridget Mendler, and now she's like, Speaking of women that should have gone to space before Katy Perry,
no kidding.
Bridget Mendler, she like works. She has a startup.
Isn't she like a?
She's like an astronaut of
Yeah.
some sort. I don't know if she's
She-
been up there, but
I no, but she like I think she like worked for NASA. She went to like Harvard.
She went
got,
to Harvard.
multiple degrees. She like works in like something with space.
so I think
Bridget Mendler should have been first.
yes, the consensus is Katy Perry's out, Bridget Mendler's in,
And that's on period.
and that's on period.
And that's on the end of the episode, I think.
I was trying to be slick with it. That's the end of the episode. We'll catch you here 2 weeks from now, where
Yep.
we will be talking about our Charlie XCX
Brat
and
Arena Tour.
that and Trisha Paytas.
Live.
Both of our experiences. We will see you guys then.
Bye, Groupie Gang.